Hello, I'm John Idelson, Professor Emeritus at California State University, Monterey Bay, but I also serve on the nominating committee for Q. And today we're here talking with candidates running for the board of that outstanding organization. The nominating committee hopes that these discussions will help you make an informed decision for that important ballot you'll cast for your Q board of directors. So without further ado, let's start. Adina, so tell us, well, first, your full name, your title, and what was your first experience with Q?
Absolutely. Thanks so much, John. Thanks for having me here today. So my name is Adina Sullivan, and I'm an Educational Technology Coordinator for San Marcos Unified, which is a K-12 district in the northern part of San Diego County. And in my position, I develop, provide, and support professional development for teachers, staff, and administrators district-wide. Basically, all the adults in the district, we work with their professional development. My first experience with Q, which I still think of so fondly, was as a Q conference attendee in what I believe was 2007. I sent myself to the conference in Palm Springs and attended as many sessions as I could. Totally overwhelmed, but in a really good way. This was all part of a personal goal to learn as much as I possibly could about using technology in education. I was one of those lone wolves, one of those people who's the one oddball in the school who was trying to use technology. I'd been using it in my classroom and work for many years, but really have been trying to figure things out on my own. And the conference sessions and the people I connected with during the conference gave me more ideas and inspiration than I could possibly imagine. I went back to my classroom and started to implement those ideas and try to get other teachers at my site to do the same. Even though we only had 1 or 2 computers in each classroom, I now had ideas and strategies for helping students. And most of my students were low-income second language students who didn't have any other technology access at home, and helped provide them with more access to technology and help to connect their families to what we were doing in the classroom. And I'm happy to say that first experience led to many more opportunities for personal growth.
That's great. So thank you that you've been in Q for a while. So what's your favorite hashtag?
Favorite hashtag? Well, hashtag Q, of course, especially with the conference coming up, and Q chat, of course. California Ed Chat is another great opportunity for educators to share ideas and resources to help each other make the teaching and learning process better. And when folks are talking about in their regional area about what's happening regionally, that's really powerful.
Very good. So could you tell us more about yourself and what led you to want to serve on the Q board of directors?
Sure. So soon after attending the first conference, I found myself presenting at the conference in no time with other individuals. So we would do it as a team or as a panel. And I also began attending events at my local affiliate, San Diego Q. This led to becoming a board member of San Diego Q. I joined the Q Communications Committee and became the committee chair. I participated in the Q Branding Committee. Lead learner, facilitating Q Rockstar camps for teachers, as well as coaches and TOSAs, as well as the Black Label events. I became Leading Edge certified as an online blended teacher and professional developer, Google certified innovator and trainer. I'm now the leader of the Google Educators Group for San Diego. And I recently, just this last fall, started a Facebook group called Equity EDU. And all of these events and activities really came about as part of me joining Q and becoming more involved in the Q community. And through all of these, I've met and worked with people who come from a variety of backgrounds and have a variety of experience and have developed really different viewpoints on what works or is needed in education. I think those viewpoints are really important. And one of the things I really appreciate about local affiliates and Q as a national organization is that there are ways to get involved and make your voice and point of view heard in so many different ways and at so many different levels. And if I am fortunate to be voted in as a Q board member, it would be my privilege to take those ideas and viewpoints and share them on a larger scale to help Q to continue to have a significant and positive impact on teaching and learning. I've been able to do on personal level with individuals, whether it be in my local area at the Q conference, attending ISTE, and representing, Q as a ISTE affiliate, to working as a SDQ board member, to working on various committees, being able to kind of share that message about what education can be and how technology can become a part of that is really important. I think a next great step for me would be being part of the board of directors.
Well, that's great. Now I'm going to ask the hard question. We're facing some really great challenges in education today, and how can CUE and the leadership of the CUE team help address some of those challenges?
Yeah, education and challenges kind of go together at any time, and now really more than ever. And for me, the first of those challenges is really equity in education. It's something that's really important to me. And I think it's so crucial to remember that all students deserve to experience a successful educational career. And unfortunately, due to one or more factors, many students are not getting that opportunity. They're not getting the opportunities and supports they need to achieve and to thrive. And those factors can be anything from gender, race, socioeconomic status, parental involvement, geographic location, perceived ability, home language, so many reasons. And what we need to do is we need more educators who represent their communities and have a consideration of the family, neighborhood, and cultural components that are part of our students' backgrounds and experiences. I come from a very multicultural background and have worked with lots of different students in lots of different types of neighborhoods and situations. A one-size-fits-all approach. We can have our standards, we can have our ideas, we have our pedagogy, but we need to really look at the kids in front of us. And that's a real challenge when you have 30 or 35 or 40 or 42 kids in a classroom. Access to meaningful technology integration and not just technology for technology's sake is part of this as well, and is also its own challenge. Teachers need the support, information, and resources to implement technology in pedagogically sound ways, whether they're beginners just starting out in this process of using technology or highly experienced in using technology in the classroom. We all need that support to grow and adapt because technology changes, the landscape changes. We need to be able to keep up with that and keep growing for ourselves and for our kids. Another couple of big challenges are the funding and laws that pertain to education. They're their own challenges, and they compound those other two challenges with teacher support and with student equity. I think CUE and CUE leadership can help by providing advocacy when it comes to the laws and funding in the local areas, on the state level, and on the national level. They're also very well positioned to bring together the support, information, and resources for educators so they can provide the best possible learning experiences and opportunities for students. You know, CUE's developed such a wide variety of ways for educators to learn and grow, from the local affiliate events, the On CUE Journal, the CUE blog, Rockstar events, conferences, networking groups, the chats, and so on. Those are all ways that CUE has provided leadership. I think that leadership can grow. I think it can expand. Times change, the needs change, and I think it's really important for CUE to be part of those changing needs and help to influence how those things happen on the local and regional level. And again, if I'm voted in as a CUE the CUE board of directors, I'd like to contribute to continuing what works. Because a lot of things that CUE does work really, really well, and then also work on expanding CUE's influence in education.
Yeah, so you've listed a great number of challenges, but luckily we have an organization like CUE. We do live in interesting times. I've been around for a while, and there were times where education didn't make the news very much and wasn't talked about at the highest levels. And I've always wished they would. And now that it is happening, I'm not sure that wish was one I should have made.
Yeah.
But I'm glad that we have CUE and the CUE organization and CUE members that take on those challenges. What I'd like to do is thank you on behalf of the nominating committee for the leadership that obviously you've shown already in CUE, and then for taking the next step as to run for the CUE board of directors. For those watching, please be sure to watch the other candidate interviews. Make sure your CUE membership is current. You need to be a current member to vote. And remember to vote between March 18th and April 20th. The voting will close at 5 p.m. promptly on Pacific Standard Time on the 20th. But with that, thank you so much for having this chat, and best of luck.
Thank you very much. Looking forward to what's coming next.